All right, start the vlog a little earlier. Shoot the shit. Maybe. Do some shout outs. Want to shout out the people that comment on yesterday's vlog. I know I only put it up last night, so you have less than 24 hours to comment now if I do the daily vlogs. So unfortunately, I'm not going back to vlogs to check anymore. Some water coming. Spring is ready to sprung, or spring is ready to spring at us. And crypto vlog, March the 13th, 2023. Is the market going to collapse tomorrow? ChatGPT says yes, so I think so, but did we already have the crash? Was the crash on Thursday, March 9th? Was that the big crash? Yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of COVID crash, and we had a nice pump. Bam, we're back. We were just reminiscing. Took trades I was talking about in Saturday night's vlog. He was 2K. I thought he was at 1 or 2 BTC, which would be like 10,000. He was actually at 2K. I don't know if he bought in or he just waited for news place or he did like a 2x long. No idea how I knew he was scalping BTC in like the 6 to 7K range. So many times I missed the bottom of a move. Today I saw last night actually, the news from CZ Binance that they're going to convert the $1 billion recovery fund to BTC ETH and BNB. And of course, being the news novice that I am, the idiot, I longed Bitcoin and it did a pump and dump up from like 22.25 thousand to 22.45 thousand, then back down to 20,000 overnight. BNB did a little pump and dump too. BNB was actually the best move. I think it went from like 284 to 310, almost a solid 10% move. And then back down, it bled out overnight to like 296. And I reread it again, and they're just the recovery fund is just there. It just has to be converted to Bitcoin and BNB, and they have to twop. And it looked like they twopped later. There was a $200 wick to 22.5K. But then by the morning, we had stocks open. I think they dropped in the first half hour of trading at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, which would be 3:30 p.m. Europe and 5:30 p.m. in Turkey. So Turkey is actually Eastern European time. Just realized that. No, Eastern European time is an hour before Turkey, I think. That would be Ukraine and other areas, maybe in the Balkans. So we opened and we actually dipped back under 22,000, and then stocks recovered. All these banks were collapsing. What happened with Signature? There we go. I got the name right. Signature Bank, a crypto bank. Barney Frank, creator of the Dodd-Frank Act that helped stimulate the recovery process for banks and the whole economy in the 2008-2009 stock market crash. And reverse mortgage, whatever crash. He was actually on the board of trustees for Signature, and he said the bank was solvent. They had customer deposits. Why were they shut down? So he thought they were targeted, which is very strange. I guess they were prematurely closed Sunday night, just so they wouldn't rug all their customers. It was strange. They were bailed out or they're being sold. Not sure what's going on with that. Signature Bank. So Coinbase and everyone else, eToro, Gemini, they're all moving away from Signature Bank. Kraken. So they moved away from Signature Bank, Silvergate, and Silicon Valley Bank. So bank stocks just freaking crashed. Charles Schwab, which was an investment type, I guess, bank and all that good stuff, investments. The stock crashed from like $90 to $40. So it was trading that close to like 200 billion market cap last week. And now it's at 90 billion market cap or so. It's crazy for a huge bank or investment firm like that to lose $100 billion or half their market cap, over half. So the bank stocks are absolutely rugging. People are selling the bank stocks stocks, but of course tech stocks, the risk on assets, golds. You want me to say the word, I'll say the word. Bitcoin, watches, the risk on after the opening dump. So we shot up from 22,000 to about 22.5K, and then we dipped again to 22.2K, and then we shot up again to 22.5. Of course, what do? Did I get stopped out at 22.4K? Yes. And then just wick after wick, market buying, whether it was Binance swapping the recovery fund to BTC from BUSD, or it was just apes buying, getting the hell out. These were genuine buys. Sometimes you have like random candles, $200 buys, and there's no follow through. This had follow through. And people were just buying, like we saw from 17,000 all the way up to 20,000, right? Or 21,000, 22,000. So it's, I don't know if they're the same buyers, the same type of funds, or it's actually Binance, but everyone, or banks, crypto hedge funds that were previously banked with Silvergate and Silicon Valley, if they were just twapping or market buying. I say twapping, but twapping is usually smaller buys. These are like fat market buys. So very interesting. Time weighted average price. I'm not sure what twap is. Maybe that's it. So we got sent all the way to like 23.1K. I'm like, oh man, that wicked. We dipped to 22.8K. Do I buy it? No, it's over. The move is over. We're going to retrace. You're going to look like an idiot. And we ended up going to 24.56K, at least on Bybit futures that I was looking at. And a lot of people made money. Shout out to Bonald for cashing in almost 2 BTC on that move. Tree of Alpha for going under 100,000, dollar cost averaging around 20,000. And his original position was 21.6K and ending up making over $200,000. I think he closed at like $211,000. So crazy, from being 100,000 negative. Then Ru Kang, who was short, from 23K on Bitcoin, and then he wrote it down to 19.5. Then on the bounce at 20.8K, he closed and said, holy crap, everything's bullish. I got to get the hell out of my shorts. And then he flipped long around 21K, 21.2K, and he wrote it all the way to 24.5. I think he's still holding long because, again, the market's back to risk on. The Fed is bailing out all the banks. We don't want banks to fail, because when banks fail, we lose trust in the U.S. economy. The dollar, the global currency, loses trust. Yeah, we have international banks that are still solvent, but there's going to be a ripple effect across banks when banks in the U.S. fail all over the world. This contagion that we've talked about in crypto when FTX went down. All the FUD. Remember that FUD magically disappeared during the echo from January to February. Just no more FUD. And then they're starting to bring back the FUD, right, with BUSD being banned by Paxos. I mean, the New York Attorney General's office banning BUSD and Paxos. So, sorry, Paxos are minting more BUSD. And is Circle next? Are they coming after Circle and USDC? I think they are, so get ready for a massive short. You could, if you have the capital, just short. Actually, USDC went back to 0.995, 99.5 cents on the dollar. Didn't quite get to $1 because people just don't trust it as much. The APR on Coinbase Earn program, I think you stake ETH or stake USDT or other coins, and you earn yield of 28%. Now, it was just 2% a couple days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, right? So risk on. Everyone wants USDT. When this happened, the premium on Gemini was like 6% or 4% on Bitcoin and Ethereum on Sunday. These are evidence that people want Bitcoin and Ethereum and want to get out of dollars. And I guess British pounds, even though foreign currencies like the Great British Pound and maybe even the Australian dollar, I'm not sure, I didn't check any other currencies, they went up a little bit. They went up like 1% or 0.5%. Just because people don't want dollars. It's just risky to hold dollars knowing they're being deflated, because the government can print the money, the Fed can print money whenever they want, and your dollar is going to be devalued. Get out of the treasury bonds. Of course, we saw the treasury yields going up, meaning people were encouraged to buy those things because the Fed said, get back into dollars, stop spending. We want to cut inflation. We're going to keep raising rates until you freaking buy our treasury bonds and get the hell out of stocks and crypto. But now with the banks closing, you're like, holy shit, it's not safe to hold dollars. It's not safe to hold foreign currencies anymore. Of course, China is a whole different beast. The CNY, the yuan, the RMB, is a whole different beast. So China is a massive export country, the number one export country in the world. So they can basically control their currency however they want. Of course, they had the COVID lockdowns that they just lifted a few months ago. Some people died, but we had the relief rally, which is good. We're still going, still recording. Anything else I want to talk about? Yeah, so we'll hit 24K. Will we dip? It looks like we're repeating January. So another important point. On the CME futures, you can bet on see the likelihood that the Fed is going to increase interest rates, increase the target rate from 4.75% to by 0.5% or 0.25%. And it was actually 80% or 70% on Thursday during the crash, which is because inflation was coming in hot, right? But it went down all the way from 70%. Now it's like 20% and an 80% likelihood back to 25 BPS, 0.25% likely interest rate hike is most likely by the Fed. So there's also a good chance they're going to increase it by 0%, which would be crazy. I don't think they're going to pivot. Jerome Powell, Federal Reserve chairman, doesn't like to pivot, even though he kept talking about we're going to increase the rates. More likely, I'm going to use whatever is in my power to control inflation. So it looks like they're going to be forced to keep it at 25 BPS because we don't want more and more banks to fail with whatever lending practices they're doing, non-discretionary lending practices. But we'll see what happens again in 9 days. What is that, next Wednesday? CPI tomorrow on Tuesday, March 14th. We were predicting a big crash, but Biden said it was going to come in cool, which means underperform. So Bitcoin should keep pumping at 26K. Good chance to get your longs in when CPI comes in again. If you're not botting it, it's going to be risky. But if you see that number, Bitcoin's probably already going to be up $500 due to bots. If we come in cool. But 25K is a big resistance level. So if we hit 25, 25.2 or 3, and then dip again, you can long 22, 24.8K or whatever. So really interesting to see CPI. And it's funny, it comes after Bitcoin did a mega 20% pump over 2 days. So it's going to be really interesting to watch or partake. I know most of my viewers aren't going to partake in the CPI business, but really, really interesting how it's going to perform, because if it comes in cool as expected, what Biden was saying, then we should go up. If it's hot, do we go down? Is Bitcoin bullish enough not to care? I don't know, maybe it dips to 22.3K. We'll see. So really excited to see CPI tomorrow. And again, what happens if you miss this whole Bitcoin move? You miss the move, you're going to miss CPI tomorrow. You're sort of a laid back trader. You're not smart, or you're smart, but you don't like to risk your money on stuff like this. Well, you have to risk to make money. Again, the trend is most important. GCR's method of trading, if the trend has been carried to excess, he thinks it's time for a reversal. Again, he doesn't usually time the bottom. Like bottom was 15 to 16K. He was buying 17 to 18K. So he missed the bottom by a little bit, but his average was pretty good, around 17 and a half. Because now we're back to 24K. So we had that little fake out at 19.5K, but now it looks like the trend is back. Bull, risk on, screw dollars. Inflation is here to stay. We might be 15% by the end of the year. I don't know what the current inflation, I think it's like 6.5% or 7%, the annual inflation rate. But it could go up to 15% if the Fed's allowed to keep printing money, bailing out banks. It's going to be interesting. Are we going to repeat 2021, where we went from 20,000 to start the year. No, 30,000 to start the year to 69,000. And alts just went parabolic. I don't think so. Or 2020 when Bitcoin dipped to 3,600 and then went all the way up. I don't think so. It's going to be really interesting what happens for the year. But again, if you're on the side of macro, you know when the trend has been carried to excess, you follow the news, you're patient, you know how to risk, you know how leverage works, you know how maintenance margin works, you know how to have enough capital in your account or partner with someone with enough capital to do the trades. Shout out to DCL, the dark crypto lady who longed 100K.
Daddy, away from down the hill.
Okay, at 14 cents. So it was up 100K today on CFX, on OKX. Insane, because CFX went from 14 to 27 or 13 to 27, which was the best performer. Liquidity bounced from $2 or $1.60 on Friday all the way to $3. They want LUSD, even though not really, but since liquidity is associated with the stable coin, we have RSR and MOB associated with EUSD, but nobody cares about that. It's just how many people on Twitter or crypto Twitter are willing to spread that narrative. It's very interesting. Shout out to Lonely B again for catching Bitcoin. He actually loaded alts, which are almost as good. Some alts are outperforming Bitcoin, others are underperforming. Even though you think alts, the market cap is much smaller, they're always going to outperform. No, alts are vaporware. They're worthless. Yeah, they do secure the network, but in reality, nobody cares. There's no doggies there.
Brianna has this exact dog, Milan.
What exact dog? Zoomed out. You can't really. I'm not gonna zoom in on their private parts. I wouldn't do that for a vlog about crypto and finances. No way. This is going mainstream. This is gonna be on the Bloomberg front page one day. Can't do that stuff. So, yeah, Lonely Bee caught alts around 20.2 or 3K, and he's up almost 50K today. Insane. 200K of alts, average up 25%, 23%. So, do I close it out? Any shout outs? Shout it out. Oh, my followers, I forgot to shout them out. Bun Fun, Being, Jamie, Comfy, Foundation, thank you for the comments. Stefan Milkov again. Anyone else I missed? Not a lot of comments. Not a lot of people to shout out. I think that's it. Got the 6 people. Is there anyone else? Am I missing a person? Send you $20 if I forgot your name. Do I want to talk about life here to close it out? Basically summarized all the events. Bitcoin's coming up with that 25K resistance. So, of course, it's going to have a little dip. If it powers right through on CPI, that would be crazy. So, again, where are we going to go? 30,000? There's only so much juice left in the economy. It's hard with the recession. 2020 and 2021 were completely different. We had bull markets. Everything was pumping. 2020 was strange because it was the start of the shutdowns. But then 2021, when everything opened up again, we really set the bull market in place. Even though the major moves were in 2020, if you caught the bottom of everything. But a lot of alts moved harder in 2021. So let's see. I wonder if 2023 is going to be a little like 2020, and then the full bull parabolic blow off will be 2024 for the halving, even though 2020 was the halving and we're a year early right now. It's going to be interesting. Again, if you know how to buy when there's blood in the market, you'll make money. That's just how the best traders make money. A lot of traders just like to buy when the trend is in their favor. Sure, that's another great way to make money. I noticed when the trend's about to reverse, like we've been selling off since early February. We had the retest, I think, on February 16th of 26K, but we've pretty much been selling off since. Is it February 16th, I think? Or February 26th? I'm not sure. But I think February 16th. I don't remember the Chinese New Year Was that when it went to, not Chinese, when we had all the China pumps? That was when it went to 25 again, and then CZ Bull 25.2K. CZ Binance tweeted. Follow CZ Binance, by the way. Every one of his tweets is going to pump the market. The ZK proof of reserves, that was a Binance tweet, not a CZ Binance tweet. He was talking about stables, being in stable coin season. TrueFi got sent and liquidity got sent last Friday. Was it last Friday or Friday before, actually, so about 10 days ago. And then when he talked about the Binance Recovery Fund being converted from BNB to from BUSD to BNB ETH and BTC, that got sent. So again, just crazy pumps just from following a couple of guys on Twitter. Elon Musk tweets about nonsense most of the time. Once in a while he will pump, and he won't be botted once in a while about AI, things like that. So see you guys in the next edition. Oh, remember, if Binance adds LUSD pairs, I don't think they will yet. Long liquidity. People are front running liquidity though, all the way up to $3. It's at $2.84 right now. So I said everything I wanted to say. In life, you miss plays. You don't want to risk. You can't make money if you don't risk. So you either risk at the right time or the wrong time. 24K may be too late, or it may not be late. Maybe there's a 40% chance you're not late. I mean, you're early. No, wait. That's the same as not late. There's a 60% chance maybe you'll be right long in at 24K, but a lot of people are taking profit here and think we dip to like 23K at least, maybe 22 and a half. We'll see how it happens tomorrow. CPI again, very interesting. Remember, you got to be positive. If you give up, if you don't want to risk. Another thing, a lot of people, Jesse Livermore, comfy Livermore, comfy holder. He always said, people have a tendency to sell when something's going up. They see that profit, they see that green P&L, they sell. Why would you sell things that are so strong? They're going up for a reason. Bitcoin and Alt are going up for a reason because people are buying them. Why would you sell on the way up? Unless you think it's a one-day pump and dump. And vice versa, when assets, coins, etc., stocks are going down, people tend to cut or tend to hold. Say, oh, I'm in a loss. I don't want to take a loss. I just want to gonna wait for it to bounce. Everything always bounces, right? No, you're supposed to cut those right away. If the trend is wrong, if you're wrong on your investment thesis, you got to get out of there. So the best way to make money is to cut losers and ride winners. That's it. Don't take profit too early if you want to be mega rich, if you want to be 8-9 figures. Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you all in the next edition of the Crypto Vlog. Should I show you the waterfall before we end it? Alright, this crazy rock. See you guys later. The next edition of the Crypto Vlog. Thanks to you, to all my viewers. Better luck next time. Remember, scared money don't make money. All the people that said in my DMs, take a break, take some time off. Wrong, that was the bottom. Should have kept betting. See you guys next time. They're okay, they're friendly. They're give me kisses. He's out of here. I don't think he's gonna go down the waterfall. So, bet more, bet often. Remember, when you want to quit, that's exactly when you want to pump. Like the 9th or 10th time that you lose, maybe we'll pump after. Eventually we'll bounce. Keep betting. Yeah, maybe change it up a little, but don't give up. If you're a professional gambler, if it wakes you up in the morning, just don't quit. Never quit gambling or betting. Thanks for watching.